Select Studio.
They are coming. Go, torch it. Burn it all.
But what about the serum?
Leave nothing. Now I will show you how I deal with informants. Finish him.
With pleasure.
These are the coordinates Ellis sent.
Over there.
It's Ellis. Executed. Leon, you find anything?
The place is torched. I don't know what they were growing, but it wasn't narcotics.
Romer knew we were coming.
So what's our next move?
We watch for the next viral outbreak. We won't have to wait long.
Logan's report was clear enough.
I want 2 additional teams assigned to this. Find Romer.
I understand.
Logan is my best agent. What do you want to do?
Nothing. We will wait. We will wait and see what he can discover.
Our WHO contact was correct. Everyone within 100 miles is dead.
Not everyone. This man is still alive.
How is that possible?
It's not.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Recall Gaming. Welcome to SYPHON Filter from 1999. Now, we're doing the game on hard mode, as you can read from the title. Cutscenes will be included. I've just got to remind myself how to do this friggin' hard mode code, because it is a bit of a bastard on the US version. But let's see if I can do this here. So I have to hold left, L1, R2, select for the 3 face buttons. Jesus, this is some... There is a knack to this. And I've got to do it before Roma shows up. Ah, never mind. We'll try again. I'll edit all this out, probably. Literally doing it.
Damn it!
Got it, you bastard. That was a challenge. Right, mission 1, Georgia Street.
When does the operation begin?
Our intelligence within the FBI was not clear, but Romer's men are already inside the subway.
Is it the same virus?
Yes, enough to eliminate everyone within 100 miles or more.
Procedure?
Standard intercept and eliminate. These are from our contact inside Interpol. Jenkins' team is already on search and defuse. You are the trigger.
I recognize Anton Gerdu and Mara Aramov. Who's the other one?
Pavel Kretich, Romer's communications expert. When you eliminate him, you'll also have to destroy his comm uplink. You'll be dropped into the strike zone when the firefight begins. You'll have an hour to find your targets and take them out.
Do the locals know what they're dealing with?
No.
So we are, guys, first level. Okay, there should have been some dialogue here, but
Right.
that hasn't worked. It doesn't matter. As you can see, we are playing on hard mode, so no lies from me. I need to do some adjusting of the settings, actually. Alright, let's bear with me. Let's check some settings and make sure the audio's all good. Alright, settings all good. Let the game begin. Now, hard mode. I've never played this before. Oh my god, I'm already on danger here. Shit. Game does seem to be running a little slow. Slower than I remember, but that's okay. Not a problem. But yeah, SYPHON Filter. As you guys will know, I assume you've been watching the first episode of Metal Gear Solid 1. We're doing both games in tandem, MGS1 and SYPHON Filter 1. Then we're doing MGS2 And Siphon Filter 2, MGS3 and Siphon Filter 3. I'm sure you'll know the drill. Doing each 2 games in tandem. Let's just try and get away from here. Jesus, we are surrounded. Shit, taking damage already. Smash through the window. Yeah, a lot harder already, I can tell. Yeah, normally on this first level, you are not taking any damage at all. So this is going to be quite the challenge, but I can't wait. I've played Siphon Filter 1 probably about 5 or 6 times. As people will know, I did a review of all the missions. I ranked all 60 missions in the trilogy on PS1. It was great fun. You should certainly check those videos out if you're interested. Right, we're going to get the grenade launcher. We've got to do an objective here anyway.
Gabe, CBDC has an agent pinned down in a vacant building 2 blocks east of you. Can you help?
So, we'll do that. Hang on a minute, I don't ever remember that. Protect CBC... I don't ever remember that in the game. I can remember being... I don't know if hard mode had some objectives. This could be about to get interesting real quick, but... Let's say, guys, it could be quite the struggle this playthrough at times, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great watch, I'm sure. There should be a way. There we go. Oh, hang on. Oh, interesting. Ah, here we are. Yeah, so we can get a grenade launcher this way, so we want to do this. We are going to get some enemies here shortly. So I might get lit up here. M16 for the win. But yeah, for a game from 1999, this game has a lot of cool features on the action front. I talked about Siphon Filter pretty in depth on the ranking of the missions, so if you're at all interested, consider checking that out. I'm going to assume that Gabe will not survive that drop, so I'm going to shimmy back across. 2 things Gabe doesn't like, fire and heights. Let's drop down here. Pretty cool. We're going to use that grenade launcher shortly on the boss, so it's going to come in handy. But I know a few people who watch the ranking videos weren't all that well familiar with Siphon Filter, so hopefully you guys can get a good look at the series here and enjoy it. It's a great series, especially this first entry.
Gabe, this must be where the subway security bypass switch is located. Find it and shut it off.
Copy. See if you can find a copy of the subway system security protocols.
I mean, Siphon Filter was sort of unfortunate in its release because it got compared a lot to Metal Gear Solid. And the similarities are not massive, I would say. There's a few, and I'll point them out when they come. I mean, I think Gabe Logan's outfit's a bit Solid Snakey, to be fair.
Subway security. The ramp in the first terminal should be clear now.
And there's a snow section with Roma's base, which is pure Metal Gear. Oh shit! I don't remember this. Oh yeah, I do actually I do recognise that guy. God damn it. Yeah, this is going to be hard, man. The first level is honestly nothing, but it's already given me a bit of a scare and fright. But this should... Hopefully this makes for very entertaining gameplay. By the way, guys, I'm playing this on PS5, for those curious. So I will not be using the... if you're at all curious, I will not be using the rewind feature, which I'll just show you here, where I can just go back at any point. I won't be using that. I will be playing the game legitimately. Oh shit, got the CBCD agent. Some protector I am. Oh man. I'm just gonna get the gun and get out of here. Yeah, I haven't used Flat Jacket on the first level. That is not particularly normal. Let's get out of here. Sod it. There's no objectives here. But I think this game's got more in line with like GoldenEye and Medal of Honor, probably, of all things, in its design. But try and remember that this is before Max Payne. So this game has... Whoa! This game's got quite a... It's done very well for itself, considering the time to come out. We're going to get this guy here, taser him. One of the most fun weapons in the game. Look at that. I do consider this almost one of the most perfect opening levels to any game. They give you enough, and the space is just right. But it's not overdone.
Gabe, I'm getting interference. You must be near their communications array.
Kravich.
So Kravich is quite a hard fight, but we're going to absolutely trivialize it here. Let's get against the wall. Got him. Now we're going to want that M16 out. But yeah, this game can look very much like a John Woo film, much like Max Payne can. I mean, we don't have bullet time or slowdown or anything like that,
but I don't see their uplink dish.
I'll trace it.
Right, those are enemies coming. Let's get our head down. We'll get the shotgun. Awesome. The shotgun sounds very beefy. And what I love is you can reload it at any time as well. You don't have to, like, wait. Nice. But one of Siphon Filter's probably most iconic things is that top left, where I've got my armor, which is my health. I've got the target reticle and the danger that I'm in. Once danger fills, I can be here at any time. It's a good little system, and I think that little menu is so iconic to Siphon Filter with the 3 bars. Let's just get away from here. There'll probably be enemies behind me, but if we run quick enough... Yeah, there they are. They're chasing me. You! Deal with them! Right, this is going to be quite tricky. I need to run away from this car because it will blow up. Yep, shit, here they come. Shit, I'm in view behind. Smash through the window. There we go. But I'm going to be mentioning this on a few videos. I may have already mentioned it on the Metal Gear one. I certainly mentioned it on the Zombies one, but should get a codec call here. I haven't done. Never mind. Right, we've got to protect this guy best we can. That's the objective. Otherwise, it's back to a checkpoint. If we get near him, then we're okay. But yeah, we've got Gears of War, the first one, coming to PS5. I could not be more happy right now. That is on... Oh shit. That is going to be on Recall Gaming, and it is going to be awesome, guys. Cannot wait. Let's get the torchlight. M16 ammo, beautiful. Probably one of the first games I used an M16 in, and had a bit of an obsession with that gun. Grenades, awesome. I don't really know when we can use grenades. Grenades will be handy more in the next mission. In terms of the Siphon Filter playthrough, guys, it'll be mission by mission. Metal Gear is always a bit more hard to work out. I just have to find an appropriate point for me to stop. But I'll include cutscenes, because Siphon Filter's cutscenes, you know, the story's quite minimal. So we can include all that jazz. But I love tasering these guys because I can... Oh. Can make this guy fall out the sky. Look at that. And he's being shot by the guy behind me. There he goes, flying down. Pretty brutal, really. But we're going to head into the subway. And remember this level, guys, it's Washington, DC, and it finishes in the subway. And when we get to Siphon Filter 3's last level, it's going to come full circle, which is pretty awesome. Right, I'm just going to dodge these guys best I can. Rolling is good for avoiding damage. Keep going, keep going. That guy's got a good line of sight on me. Ooh! I've taken a nick there. But the developers of this game, I think it's Sony Bend, and they actually have done quite a few games since. Tended to work for games on the PSP like Resistance Retribution, and also... They also did Siphon Filter games on there. And they most recently did Days Gone, which wasn't a complete success, really, but... I think Days Gone is the kind of game that if it had just come out when it was initially pitched, it was probably a great idea, like Last of Us, but open world. But by the time it came out, I think people were a bit sick of stuff like that.
Romer's men have set a viral bomb at level 1. If you find and tag it, I'll give its location to CBDC.
Copy. Where's Romer?
Level 2.
I'm on my way.
But yeah, this game is all about viral weapons and stuff like that. And to be fair, Siphon Filter the virus itself is very similar to Fox Die from Metal Gear Solid, so there are a lot of similarities despite me sort of rubbishing them. Oh my god, shit! So this level started an irrational fear of trains for me, because we've got to dodge. I've got to do my best to dodge trains all the time. Oh my god, there are enemies everywhere. Get the hell out of here. That's a bomb there. Let's go. I think off memory, there's one up here. Tag bomb, and then we just go down a level, I think.
Beacon set. Tell CBDC to get its guys down here.
Copy. They're on their way.
So the way the trains work, there's one on the other side and then there's one on this side. And as long as I keep moving, I should be alright. The next train will be on this left-hand side, basically. Oh, want to get out now? Needless to say, a train is a one-hit kill. Oh my god. Let's get on the right-hand side here. Oh shit. Keep my head down, keep my head down, come on. Get in here. There we go, nice. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, this is going to be... We get to the last few levels, guys, you'll see how hard this gets. Now, thankfully, I have played Siphon Filter a few times, as I've said, so I should know the way for most of the levels. I'm not going to say I'll never get lost, though, because I definitely will now and then, but... I know this is a PS1 game, but some of the lighting is still pretty awesome.
I've located Romer. He's on the lower level, arming another bomb.
I'm moving.
So let's get this guy. We'll take him out of a silent shot. There is some like mini stealth in this game, but it's not really a main thing, as I say. Comparisons do get made to Metal Gear Solid, but they're a bit neither here nor there, really. I say that, but I am playing them both at the same time, so make of it what you will. Right, let's get in the middle. Hopefully not get run over by a train. Hello, fellas. I won't be doing that later in the game, guys, because that'll get me killed instantly. Now, we're about to have our first sort of boss fight here. So, the way the health works, I have armor, and you'll have seen when I got hit that the blue bar depleted and left a red one. Once I lose all my armor and once my health drains a lot more rapidly. And obviously, when I run out of health, I'm dead. It's a cool system. The flat jacket is simple enough. But enemies also have flat jackets, so when you're up against an enemy with a flat jacket, it takes a lot of hits to kill them. So, I've got to be wary of that. So, if I see an enemy with a flat jacket, I have to be hitting them in the head, basically. Because it takes a lot of bullets to kill them. There are certain weapons that can deal with flat jackets quickly, but ammo for them is limited. So I'm mindful here, guys, of the last area. Right, this is where he'll be. Oh, shit. He can throw grenades, this bastard, so I've got to be careful. But once I take him out, it's the end of the level. Got him. Nice. Now, one thing I've got to quickly say, guys, is hard mode works like... I don't know if it's like as soon as you put it on, you're stuck, and you've got to play the whole game in one go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this feature here to save, and I'll come back to it that way. And that should keep it on hard mode. I mean, I should be able to tell when it's hard mode, because it's a lot harder. But there you go, guys.
Gabe, what's
Mission
happening?
down.
I'm setting a beacon. Wait. Leon, this one's different from the others. It has a shorter timer, and it
Gabe,
looks...
that's not viral. It's...
Too late.
So yeah, an explosive ending, guys, for sure. What I'll do is I'll use the 4th slot, but I'm going to end the video here, and I'll make a separate save. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, these parts will probably be a lot shorter than Metal Gear Solid, but Some of the levels later on do get a bit longer, so I'll be able to talk a little bit more, but I'll probably be focusing a lot as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.